I'm John Tavendale. I was the project manager for the delivery of the capital project of the V&A Dundee. So that commenced in March 2011 and completed with the opening of the building in September 2018.
My name is Phil Long. I'm Director of V&A Dundee.
The area around here is the Dundee Central waterfront, and as you can see from all the work that's going on and the sites that have been formed, there's a major regeneration project ongoing. It started long before the V&A Dundee construction started and will continue for many, many years later. And the delivery of the V&A Dundee gave an opportunity to have this catalyst at the front of the delivery of the Dundee waterfront.
I worked on V&A Dundee for many years, since the early stage in the project. The project has been challenging in many ways, but that's because of the scale of the ambition. Remember, V&A Dundee is not only a really exciting and marvellous new building by Kengo Kuma, it is also a new institution with a purpose dedicated to helping people understand design, and a new institution to run that museum.
You step through the doors and into this huge space, which is the main hall. And this is where, I guess, the public spaces are, the cafe and the retail area, and the visual connections to an upper floor and the activities upstairs, the restaurant and the galleries. The major feature stair that sweeps up the facade. Internally, on that upper floor level, it's suddenly incredibly transparent. And then the restaurant itself has this amazing perspective that captures the sunsets, which are astonishing.
Kengo Kuma's vision for V&A Dundee is a living room for the city. Physically, it should be a place where people feel comfortable, where they can come to, they might want to come every day and get involved in all sorts of ways, whether it's through deep immersion in the exhibitions or whether it's meeting people and having a conversation and catching up with friends. My view about the museum is that it must be a place where people want to come, where people can congregate, see original objects, find out about their history through those original artefacts.
The structure that you see is basically a single shell. It's an elastic concrete structure. It's a single shell, and it cantilevers, it leans in, it leans out. It's carrying a staggering load. But the incredible thing about it is it's just a reinforced concrete wall, but it's only a foot thick.
Kengo Kuma's design for V&A Dundee has inspired the museum team all the way through the process. The thrill of looking forward to seeing such an extraordinary vision being developed, the way that the building in itself, I think, helps us understand more about Dundee and its relationship between the river and the land, which Kuma brilliantly negotiates in his design.
Kuma approaches his design work completely by the influence of the site and the location. He was very drawn to the sandstone cliffs and the pinnacles that you find on the east coast further to the north in Arbroath, and also on the west coast. A thing that related to the water, but also had a presence, a civic presence to the city as well. We have this archway between the two. It does two things, the archway. One, that allows a strong connection from the city through the heart of the building to the river. And it creates this way that the public can walk through and maintain a really strong visual link. So therefore, when you're standing outside looking at this building, the river becomes an important part of the building. The structural design for the V&A Dundee probably took 2 years. A sizable part of the building design that you see today still projects into the river. So that still involved creating a site out into the river using a coffer dam, and that required us to achieve a Marine Scotland licence, and that needed mitigating measures that we would not be piling during the seal pup breeding season.
This is the first design museum in Scotland. It's the first V&A in the world outside London, and I've been passionate about the importance of creativity, particularly the importance of Scottish art and design for many years. To have learning programs where people can get directly involved in design creativity is wonderful, all the more so when it is in such a special building. It does provide us with those range of spaces that suggest all sorts of imaginative approaches to programming in the future. Remember that this museum deals with design, and design has multiple, myriad applications.
The V&A Dundee has raised that profile of Dundee and has made it a place people want to visit. In terms of giving pride to the city, it has done a huge job of that. So I live here and I see it most days. I'm incredibly proud of it, and I still think it's an astonishing, stunning building that I haven't grown remotely tired of. But I think looking back on it, I think it was probably, for want of another word, the happiest project I've worked on.